back on Rex the Streets. So, as you just read before you clicked on this channel, it's fucking hot in my apartment, sorry. um, yeah, SpeedLists update. And I'm not just bullshitting this, I actually wrote down my top 10 things I dislike or I think were forgotten in the update. You know, I'm doing a solo session right now, by the way. No one else is online with me, and I did this for a reason so that I could talk and explain why I have a problem with this update. Okay. First of all, the speed list is basically the same shit as the speed wall. Like, I understand you're racing the person in, like, you know, you have to challenge them live, like, at that time. Speed wall, on the other hand, you can do a race 2 days beforehand, your friend comes online, and then he beats your score. That's not at the same time, live, at the same moment. Which is, you know, it's not as fun, yeah. You have to be there at the same time. It makes it more interactive for the community on Need for Speed. But the problem with that is you can just challenge someone to a speed wall, like to an event, and race them then. So it's like, I mean, I understand it's like a whole different mode, and they also created prestige mode and whatnot like that, but it's like, the possibilities are already there. Like, let's say your friend's online, you just add them to the crew, and then you guys race. Like, what's the big deal with that? Like, I don't understand. So then on top of, and I don't know, don't drop a bunch of comments saying like, yeah, they added all this stuff with like the rep and this and that, and it's like a different thing. I know. I'm saying you're still racing friends. All you're doing is racing a friend online, like another human player, which you did already before. Like, I don't understand. Okay, so enough about that. As you could tell, I'm pretty pissed about, not pissed, but upset that, you know, they spent, I mean, I'm a graphic designer, so I know how to code, I know how to do other things like that. I know how JavaScript works. I know that CGI and computer graphics take forever to write the code for. Do you see how beautiful this is right here? I applaud the Need for Speed people and Ghost and everyone like that. And I think it was like Frost something, I don't know. You guys could, you know, it's at the start up of the thing. Don't quote me on this shit, guys. Come on. I'm just here I'm in a rant right now, so I'm like forgetting a lot of shit. My brain is all tweaked out because this update is kind of like, Okay. So, lost my train of thought. Anyways, enough with the speed list thing versus speed wall. That's not even on. That's like number 11, and I'm already talking about that. Okay, so they're starting with number 1. Let me just get into the list because I'm already probably gonna get into a bunch of tangents, you know, throughout the whole different time. Okay, so let me back out of here. The first thing on my list is so the way I wrote my list is number 1 is not like my number 1 thing they need to change. I wrote it out just like start to finish, 1 through 10. 10 is, I guess I could just go backwards, I guess. But so number 10, which be like the lowest thing on my list, is gonna be like the most minute things. They're gonna be like small details. It's things that just bug me because I'm a detail guy. So it's going to go like low detail to like it's going to take Need for Speed way longer to code all this and add this into the game. So it's going to be like easy to fix, way harder to fix. Alright. So number 1 on my list is when you go in to purchase rims right here. Like, you go to purchase this, why not when you go to buy, like, let's say we're going to throw, I don't know, this R32. Let's see what we could... No, none of those. I don't know why I went that way. Okay, let's just say you're gonna throw. I wouldn't put. No, shit. Okay. Let's just say we're gonna throw these on here. And you click buy. Why wasn't there just a button that says, "Hey, would you like to purchase this also for the the rear wheels, or if you're in the rear, say that for the front?" Oh, like what? They do that for the like you go into the colors right here and you're like, oh yeah, I want to go black, and it says apply to all rims or just the front. Why would they not make that same thing for purchasing rims? I'm sorry, it's just like there's no logic in that to me. Like, you still have the ability to, you know, I gotta put my other rim back on. I forgot which one it was. you still have the ability to have different rims. Like, let's say you're building a drift car. I don't even remember what rims I freaking had on here. Crap. I'll just go like this, watch. Oh, I wasn't far off, I don't think. Like, let's say you're doing the drift build and you want to have different rear wheels, like you're doing a legit drift build. You do not have nice rims in the rear. Like, let's be real, the real drifters that do track, like, that's not what you do. You don't throw some SSR Rays, Cosmes, and bust out the rim size and then like, no, sorry, but that's just not how it works. So you still have the ability to choose both. So why not add that option to, purchase both rims at the same time? Okay, so we got the TE37s. As you can tell, that's like the smallest detail to to most people, and that just like bugs the shit out of me. I think I might be going in the wrong way. This rim is like lost right now. I'm just gonna switch cars and find this later. I don't want to waste time. Oh, the other thing I can show you right now is this. This is number 2 on my list, so that we can move along. Well, number 9. So this is, another notch up from fixing stuff. When you choose a body kit, why do you have to have the spoiler that comes with the body kit? Like, I understand that, like, RWB or whatever Rocket Bunny, I'm sorry, would choose, would like to have their spoiler or their specific thing, but what if you want all these fenders and stuff, but you're trying to rock like a drift build with no spoiler, or just any car with no spoiler? It doesn't really have to be a drift build car. That would just be my personal preference. Okay, so I mean, that's not as huge. That should have been switched with the rims, but they're kind of, neck and neck. It's like, I don't know. They marketed this game on customization, and like, you can't customize. I don't understand. Okay, so moving on. That was a quick one. Moving on to the wrap. Why can you not go into decals and there is a folder that says on the top, like, I mean, why isn't it the first one that says, like, new? So that means, like, see this one right here, this, like, a check mark? This is, like, new decals that I've gotten, with more reps. See all these guys right here? So it's like, instead of having to dig through all these and you, like, don't, you have no, I mean, it takes way too long. I don't have the time to do that. Like, I got a life, man. I just want to hop on Need for Speed and have a fluid, easy platform to choose decals from and make a wrap sick, quickly. I don't, need to mess around with it forever. I can't even look at this car anymore with the rims. That's just bugging me. I'm gonna have to, like, throw it in the back. Okay. So that's, the decal thing. I know that the decals are, like, amazing. This Need for Speed has bumped up customization on the, the exterior of the vehicle so much. But it's like, that's just the category. All they have to do is ping all the decals to that category, and it would be easy. I'll be drinking lots of water because I'm talking a lot. So that's the decal. So that was number 8. So we got wheels, number 10. Spoiler on the body kits, which is kind of like neck and neck. Actually, the wheels kind of take the topper on that one. Then the decal categories. Okay, so no. The next one is in the garage as well, and I'm actually gonna have to switch vehicles here to, let's switch to this because it's about exotic vehicles and the customization once again. Sorry, Need for Speed, I'm not ragging on you. It's just a personal preference with the detail thing. So we're gonna, like, right now, here, no, I'm not done yet. This is the body kit, the track wide body. Okay, so we're gonna remove the visual customization. So hold on. So my problem with this is, like, first of all, there's no fenders on the Lotus, which, I mean, I kind of get, but it's like you have like one option, and it's like, this is actually kind of a bad example. My main deal is what I'm trying to point out right here is I don't even have a car that has my problem because I hate this issue. It's the fact that the parts on most of the exotic vehicles they don't have like options for like the fenders, like headlights you can't usually change. On this one I think you can, which is actually why this is a, yeah, so you actually have an intake light with a carbon fiber backing. Why don't, they could have that for more cars? Why not? Like, I don't understand. So it's basically number, let's see, we got wheels, spoiler wheels, decal. Number 4 would be, or number 6 would be the customization for exotic vehicles. Like, I don't want to just go in and have to just select the body kit. Like, that seems so lazy to me. Like, I want to go in and change all the parts myself so that I have like a couple different options, and you feel after you've built that car that you've spent more time on it. Like, I feel like people don't like the whole 5-car garage thing because they just choose a body kit and then they look over here and they're like, oh yeah, well that was easy. And you're like, no, I want to select parts for all of the aspects of the vehicle. Okay, so this is bumping the scale up in, like, what do I want to say? Like, fixing the game type of thing. Like, I want for number 5 to be private cruise. Let's say you only have less than 8 people online, and you only want to rip it with those people, and you don't want some fool in a F1 coming over and just crushing you in the middle of a drift. Like, no joke. We were doing this drifting session, and this F1 enters our drift. Are you kidding me? Like, oh, just leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, pull out the MX-5. Like, start slapping sideways. Like, I don't I don't understand. So basically, wow, how did I already get a daily challenge? That was insane. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is private cruise. What if you want 2 people? You could do, like, how sick would it be to do a duo session in this private crew? Like, you can only either play by yourself when you go to the settings and click play alone or whatever, and it's like, are you sure you want to do that? And you're like, yes. And then, oh, they added, whoa, that's cool. Okay, so that's pretty nice. You see in the bottom screen the rev thing? I didn't notice that. They didn't explain it in the review, man. Okay, so I'm talking about number 5 on my list is going to be private cruise. 3, 4, 5 people, whatever, less than 8, and no one else can join. And the problem with that is they're going to have to write a bunch of code and have more servers, because it's just a lot more to load on their end, basically. You know what I mean? So it's going to be difficult for them, which is probably why they didn't do it in the first place. Secondly, number 4 on my list is going to be cockpit view. Like, I mean, like, really? Everyone's been dying for that in this game. Everyone. I don't know anyone that has not said, yeah, screw the cockpit view. Why would you want that in Need for Speed? Like, hello, it's a driving game. You want cockpit view. So, like, that would be another challenge for them because, I mean, you gotta understand, you're building all the rest of the graphics for the inside of the vehicle plus viewing the world from a different angle. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have the tint of the window plus the raindrops. There's so many different variables that go into adding that feature to this game, which is probably why they haven't done it, but they need to invest the time. Like, if they're gonna invest the time to do the SpeedLists things, like, why have they not invested the time to do these other things that I have mentioned, especially things like the wheel button? That is so easy. purchase. Oh, would you like to purchase for the rear wheels? Yes, why not? Like, oh, that'll be an extra grand because it's, you know, you gotta pay for the back. Of course, duh. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being crazy and I'm on a rant right now, but it just seems like easy fixes that could be made, and they spend their time doing things like SpeedLists, which you can already race friends in this game. So, okay. So, number, let's see. So that, oh shit. I better stop. I'm gonna start just slamming into everything. So that was 5 was the private crew, 4 is the cockpit view. The next thing, and this is like jumping the scale up in, like, I keep saying this every time I make a number on my top 10 list of things they forgot in the game update, but this one would take a lot, and I'm talking even more than the cockpit view. And what I'm talking about is freaking, what am I trying to say? Okay, a replay mode. That means, like, no, I don't want to just click share on my button and then, you know, you can just like see what you've played. You know, I want to be able to like go into share or some sort of Need for Speed add-on to the game that is essentially snapshot but follows the vehicle. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being in here and you can view your vehicle around the car? Like, mind explosion. You know how much cooler videos would be online of Need for Speed? I mean, it's insane. You have no idea. So that is number 4. Yeah, number 4. Replay mode. Okay, sorry. Hold up. I was just getting my sorry, I just had to double check something real quick. Okay, sorry. Too much stuff to think about. I'm upset about this update. Okay. 4, replay mode. Snapshot that follows the vehicle. Why can't they do that? And you know why I say this is because the snapshot is attached to the vehicle. It only can go a certain premises around the vehicle. So why can't they just add that into you moving? And I've had someone hit me while I was in snapshot. My car goes flying down the road and snapshot moves with the vehicle. It's not as fluid because the car hits you, but they can add in that to make it a more fluid, nice, I mean, do you know how cool that would be? Oh my god, I'm dying for that. And they don't do it. So many things. Okay, so this is another one everyone's been dying about. Number 3 on my list. Cars. Why did they not add cars? Like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking burst a bubble over here, like you have no idea. Like, they didn't add cars? That's so easy. Like, it's not easy, but they've already done it. Like, so they know what they need to do. It's just a matter of getting the car. And I'm sorry, but like, there's like, oh my god, they need to have like an S14, a true 240, you know, SX. You know, they need to have a 370Z. They need, I mean, they missed Audi manufacturing completely. And I'm sure they ran into some sort of legal thing. Oh crap. You know, legal thing with the Audi manufacturing, and that, like, some sort of thing where they didn't want to be in the game, which is, I mean, if that's the case, just post it online saying, hey everyone, we're not having Audi because they don't want to cooperate. You know how much flack Audi would get for not being in Need for Speed? The whole community would pressure Audi and they would end up giving in to Need for Speed and just joining in. I work in a marketing department, people. This is how this works. Alright, cars. More cars. Like, why don't they have... They should just have every car. I don't... Like... It... I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I guess I can go in the warehouse real quick while I'm BSing. So, cars. That's number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list is major, and this is something I am deeply passionate about. And you can see in the start of this video that, you know, when I went to go switch my cars, I have more than 5 cars, yes I know. But that is for the sole reason of having different cars on my YouTube channel. I don't want to bore you guys with the same old vehicles. Testing out the MX-5, making it a drift vehicle, showing everyone that it's possible even though it's low horsepower and that it controls like a beast. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I want to do. I want to bring new stuff to this, new aspects. So this is something I really care about, and you guys saw that I have 10 cars, but that is for the sole reason of the channel, mind you that. And let me get to point number 2, and that is a real second garage or warehouse. It really bugs me that they added 5 extra cars, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll just, you know, we'll just make them like a little save thing, that like, that's an easy fix. It's like, why? That's so lazy. Like, that is the most lazy way you could have gone about doing the extra garage and the 5 cars. Like, I was raised that you never take a lazy route. You always work hard if you want something to be the best it can be. And I'm pretty sure Ghost and everyone wants this game to be the best it can be. That's why they made updates for, you know, they made it to where it was like a revolving game, you know, it has updates. Or an evolving game, I'm sorry, not revolving, that would not make sense. That's why they made it an evolving game. They want to make it the best it can be. The problem is they're not adding the things the community wants. I mean, I don't know anyone that asked for a speed list. I mean, I'm sorry. I know everyone that have asked for the 9 things I've mentioned so far, or the 8. 9, because I'm on number 2, which is in car garage, a real one. And honestly, my true opinion is when they came out saying that they were going to have an extra 5 cars, I honestly thought the logical thing to do would be to make it Manu's garage or warehouse. Or Amy's. Why not do that? It would create traffic over to the other sides of the map, which people probably don't venture to as much if they don't play this game on the regular like I do. You know what I mean? So it's like, it just doesn't really feel like you have the car. Like, you have it, but it's like, you're playing and you're like, oh, I have 5 cars, sweet, sweet. And then you're like, oh, I have another 5 cars? Like, you forget about them because you can't see them. Like, imagine if you can see a 10-car warehouse. You know how cool that would be? Everyone would die for that. Why not make another warehouse over here by this gas station or something? Why not? See this right here? Why couldn't that be your warehouse? Why not this building? Why not any of these buildings? Like, it does not make sense to me. You need to have an extra car garage. Like, Need for Speed needs to get on top of this. And if they see this video somehow by someone sharing it to them or linking it to their page or on Twitter or whatever, the community page, this is a friendly thing. Like, I know I seem really heated right now, which I am, but it's because I want them to include these things to make the game better. You know how much longer I would stay on Need for Speed and not buy another racing game? Hint, hint, Assetto Corsa, wink, wink, down the road, June 8th, I think. Okay, so you know what I'm trying to say? If they built the things that the community is asking for, people would stay. I know so many people that like have PS4s and Xboxes and have this game and relentlessly do not play this game because they have Forza and access to other games that have all of the things I'm asking for, especially motor swaps. That didn't even creep up on my radar, which is something that is huge that I missed, which I feel kind of embarrassed for, but I don't really care. Like, all the things I'm saying are very important anyways, but nah, okay, so you get my point. I've been talking about number 2 for a while. A second garage, the real second garage. I mean, they're so lazy that the picture on the warehouse stored vehicles is the stock picture. It doesn't even have your graphics or bumpers or whatever customization. Like, So lazy. So lazy. Oh shit. As you can tell, I'm not a fan of laziness. It doesn't go in my world. Oh, I'm getting a little squirrely. I haven't even like played Need for Speed. I'm just like talking this whole time. I'm sorry. So I will do another stream later this evening with legit gameplay, not just this BS. So number 1, and this is something I've died for in pretty much a lot of racing games, but haven't had it. And it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. You guys probably saw my video the other day, maybe, making your own gymkhana. That's possibly what I'm talking about. Number 1 on my list is a race creator. And I'm not talking about what is in SpeedLists. It's not what I'm talking about. What I want in Need for Speed is you go to the map or whatever after you click like build race, and you know how when you're on your computer, you're on anything, you click Google, you go to Google Maps and you type in something, it drops a pin. Why on earth can't you just go on your controller, click X, right on all these different points, go boom X, boom X, boom X, like right on all these different spots. After that happens, you then have a track created. Why on earth would they not have done that? That would revolutionize Need for Speed. Do you know how much longer the community of people that love racing games would stay on Need for Speed if you can have a track builder, a race builder? You choose what category of race it is, gymkhana, drift, whatever you want to do, the same style of races that they have done already in this game. You map it out, go to the mountains, click whatever, you click X, it drops a pin. You click X, it drops a pin. Those are all the checkpoints. When you look on the mini-map, it has dots on the map. Those would be the dots that you click X and make a checkpoint with. And I know that this would be a massive thing for Ghost and everyone to code and build into the game, but they have to understand the marketing aspect and the quality of adding something like that into the game. They could revolutionize Need for Speed. You guys have no idea. Like, I would stay on Need for Speed way longer. Like, I would be building tracks, and then you can, and better yet, this is like part B to my race creator, is the fact that you would build a race, and then after that you can share it. It goes to a most popular. It does, it's like the rap thing. You build a rap, you share it, it goes to trending, it goes to most popular. The same thing would happen for the race creator. Imagine if you could build the figure 8 track that I've made over here. Imagine if you could do any of these things, and this game would be a million times better. I love the game already right now, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Need for Speed. And it sounds like I'm ranting, but I'm positively saying what I want in future updates, possibly the next update. Simple things. I only listed 10, but I could maybe come up with 20 or so. Like, let me know if you guys want other things in the game. Put them in the comments. Let me know. I would love to hear them. In the comments on the live chat and in the YouTube video later on when it's posted. But, it's just, I don't know. They spent time building SpeedLists into the game and not anything else. Like, no cars, no, like, I'm gonna go over my list again, but it's like, it just kind of cringes my skin that they would, sitting in a room, spending time thinking, yeah, the community of Need for Speed wants speed lists, and they want, they want to be able to challenge friends online. Like, you couldn't build a crew and challenge a friend online before? And challenge them on the speed wall? Like, it just, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me. So I had to get some slides in. I was getting a little tense. So basically, my 10 going from 10 to 1 is purchasing wheels, and there's a button that pops up that says also purchase for the rear, or also purchase for the front, or purchase for all wheels. You know what I mean? Why would they not have that? That way you can have the both options of building a drift car, or whatever car, having different rims. That's not, I mean, I've done it before for a drift car. It's not, I don't love doing it on every car I do. As you can tell, you've seen my cars in the thing, and it was bugging me with my R32 that it was separate rims. But yeah, that's an easy fix. Same with the next one with the spoilers. I want body kits, but sometimes I do not want a 5-foot tall spoiler coming off the back of my car. Like, I'm sorry, and I know it's not 5 feet. Don't I'm exaggerating. So you know what I mean? Like, it's such a small detail. Just like, come on. Like, you spent back to the time. They spent time on that, but not, like, I don't understand. So we got the spoilers, purchasing wheels with another button that says purchase all, a decal folder that is possibly like favorited decals, or decals that are new when you get new rep, and it says, or the daily challenges and stuff, and it says, oh, new decal. That should pop up into like a newest folder, instead of you having to freaking dig into whatever stupid folder it is with all the way on the right side that you've never even been to, and you've, okay, you know, decal folder. A better decal folder that says new and favorited, possibly. Let's see, 6 is parts for all vehicles, even exotic vehicles. And I'm talking, see how the Miata right here, you can change the taillights slightly, or you can put the flat ones instead of the pop-up ones. They need to have at least 1 or 2 options besides stock for all vehicles, even the exotics. And I'm talking to all vehicles. I'm sorry, if it's your style to keep the vehicle more realistic and not put all that bullshit on it, then do that. Let it be you. But put the customization in there too. Don't just make it a body kit that you click and then I mean, you know, you don't have any say in whether or not there's a spoiler on it or whatever. There's, you know, diffuser or little side fender things, you know. Okay, that's enough about that one. 5 on my list is a private crew, and I'm talking a real private crew. I'm not talking about going to the touchpad crew, going VoIP and doing it crew and then invite only. No, that doesn't work. As soon as you click play, it finds players to fill those spots. I'm talking a fully private crew. Only the people that you invite get in, no one else. And I'm talking that could be 2 to 7. It does not have to be 8. 4 on my list is cockpit view. They need to have the cockpit driver view. It's essential to driving games. People that love driving games want that. It's like, it makes the game more realistic. It makes it more fun and engaging. So, number 3, replay mode. I want to go down the street and start drifting the thing, and then after that, go into a replay mode that possibly saves, you know, 10 minutes of the, you know, the clip for you, and then you can go back to that 10 minutes, or, you know, I would hate for it to be 5 minutes. That's a little too short. But if it was 10 minutes, that'd be chill. Sorry, I just spilt a little bit. I don't have a napkin. Party foul. Damn it, I'll be right back. Party foul. Well, that sucked. What a bad way to... shit. Okay, where the hell was I? I'll just start it over at 5. Private crew. The cockpit view, I was saying it makes it way more engaging. Oh, I was at replay mode. So that it's basically like you do whatever, save 10 minutes, and then you can go back into, like, you know, let's say it was like you do snapshot like this. Why can't this be around your car? Or at least, you know, when you go to you click share and save video and you go to capture gallery, They need to correlate some way to have the ability to rotate around the vehicle. Can you imagine if you could do at least this with a saved clip? That would be insane. You could drift, have someone behind you, not have to flick back while you're drifting, and so that means you could do the replay and then go like this the whole time. And then save that clip. Over. Do you know how sick that would be? You could have the cleanest views of drifting, and the videos online would be so sick. People would spend time, I would spend time making clean drift trains on Need for Speed, which we all know is impossible, because as soon as you get close to someone, you just explode and you fly apart. So that's what I want. A replay mode. Number 3 on my list is cars. They need cars. Every update they could add cars, and that would be a definite yes on every update from here on out. Like, why not? Why would you not? That it makes it's like it doesn't make any sense to me. The marketing aspect of having new things come out like this. Can you imagine if you told the Need for Speed community every update there'll be 2 cars? And then what if you voted on Need for Speed's website for those 2 cars to be added? That's the thought right there. It's a pretty good one, actually. Cars, every update. No excuses. Cars, every update. Number 2 on my list is a real second garage. Like, I am not forgiving Need for Speed at all for that update that they came out with, saying, oh, we got extra garage warehouse spots. And it's, I mean, yeah, you already heard me talk about it earlier. Pissed about that. In a nice way. Like, I want them to somehow see this and take it in, like, the community is upset that you spent time on the speed list, but not these other things that could have been added, and this game would be amazing. Okay. The real second garage is number 2, and number 1 on my list. And the reason why I die for this thing to happen above all things is because it would keep everyone on this game, even if they didn't add cars. Can you imagine if they built a race creator? I mean, you could have trending races, I mean, shareable races. You have no idea the possibilities. They're endless. What if you did a 30-minute long track that was the entire Need for Speed map, basically? Why not? That would be awesome. I would love to do that at some point. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just my personal feeling. So I kind of ranted in between each of those. So just real quickly, removing spoilers on body kits because I want body kits, but sometimes without spoilers. Purchasing wheels, and it also says purchase for all wheels or just this one, so that you can do both or all at the same time. New decal folder that's like a favorited or new decals. Parts for all vehicles, and I'm talking like, you know, change up covered headlights and intake lights, and, you know, even for exotic vehicles. Like, I don't give a shit. They need to have the customization. People want to be able to go into each part and meticulously changing thing. It makes the car feel more you, or at least it does for me. Let me know what you guys think. That's my personal this whole thing is my personal feelings, and you could tell I'm probably pretty upset and ranting about it. But so the parts for all vehicles is 4 or 6, I'm sorry. 5 would be the private crew. 2 to 7 you can play with one other person by yourself, no one else can join. Or 7, 6, all the way in between, no one else can join, just you guys. Cockpit view would be number 6 or 4, I'm sorry. And replay mode, like I just explained for quite a minute there. And cars, every update. What if they had 2 cars and, you know, people would die to get on the update? I mean, I would be like racing home from work to get on the update, see what the cars were. Vote online to see what the best car could be added. And number 2 would be a real second garage warehouse, visible, same as the one you go to, maybe in a different location. That would be amazing. I would love for it to be in, like, you know, possibly, what if you got to a certain point and then the story mode was like, oh hey, like, you know, man who's gonna let you, like, stay in his garage, you could park a few cars there. That would have worked perfectly. Are you kidding me? Okay, and then number 1 on my list, like I just ranted about for a second ago, was the race creator. And I'm talking all different categories. You could build them wherever, drop the pin with the X, just like a pin would be dropped on Google Maps. On your mini map down in the corner, you would see it on the road. It would be the dot, it would be the checkpoint. Like, it, I know it would be a lot to add, but it would make the game a whole lot better. So, I could come up with more. Let me know if you guys have some things I missed. Those are my top 10. Peace.